It is such a thoroughly reported piece you put out yesterday. It moved the stock. What's interesting is who's going to be helping build the underlying LLM and generative AI within it. And it's not Perplexity, and it's seemingly not Anthropic either.
Yeah, that's right. We've known for some time that Apple's launching an overhauled version of Siri around March. This is going to include delayed features like the ability to tap into your personal data to fulfill queries. Obviously, it's surprising it couldn't do that till now after launching 15 years ago. But the feature that we didn't know was coming until yesterday is an AI web search tool, sort of an answer engine. Siri right now is able to answer questions, broad strokes of information it can provide, can control your phone, send messages, and what have you. What it doesn't do well is tap into the open web to get information and distill it down for you in the way that AI search engines today can do, things like Perplexity, things like ChatGPT. So now Apple will be launching their own answer engine. That's going to come in March as part of an update called iOS 26.4. And over time, I anticipate them to integrate it into Safari, into Spotlight, and other parts of its operating systems. Google search is very important to Apple. It makes them roughly 20 billion plus per year. But the industry is shifting. How many times are you going to Google search right now? Probably fewer than you used to. A lot of people are doing their searches from ChatGPT or Perplexity.
Right.
It's an increasing number of people. So this is important for Apple for its long-term future.
World Knowledge Answers is just one part. Your reporting shows us what the market has actually been asking for, which is when this revamped Siri comes as a package. So spring next year. I see basically three parts, right? A Siri redesign, a health AI subscription service, and then some conversational features on the home devices, which we've discussed on the show. What are we waiting for that's coming in March, Mark, in total?
So what's coming in March is this AI search product I mentioned, the ability to tap into personal data to fulfill queries, things like who did I meet with a month ago, what song did Ed text me last week, the ability to fulfill queries based on on-screen content. You're looking at a picture of someone, tell me more. And then you have voice-based navigation, so using your voice to control your phone, move around your operating system, telling Siri to like something on Instagram. Later in the year, you'll see the Health Plus subscription service, which is basically an AI agent for health. And then you're also going to see a visual redesign for Siri later next year. And then the year after is likely when you're going to see the conversational Siri tied to that new robotic home device, the tabletop robot, which is essentially a virtual person to have in your workspace to help you get things done throughout your day.
So my question is first, Ed, what song did you message Mark Gurman? Was it?
I believe it was Pink Pony Club. That's no surprise, any regular followers on social media. But I'm interested, when I look at how Siri works right now, or Apple Intelligence, it summarizes what's in my email. It often will be like, here's your Spotify playlist of the day. Spotify sends updates as well. What would you have sent, Mark Carey?
What would I have sent? I did just see Oasis, so probably an Oasis song. But Mark, more broadly, the question that I'm also going to ask you is, therefore, I go back to the underlying technology here, the relationship between Google and Apple. We've just had such an update on it from Judge Mehta this week. That's going to be integral for what's going to be building the underlying technology for this product, right?
Yes, you asked me that earlier. I did not answer the question. So,
but you gave us a beautiful answer anyway. So.
No, go for it.
Yes. So Apple has talked to OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google most recently to partner with them to rebuild Siri as one of the components underlying the new Siri engine. And a lot of signs right now are pointing to them working with Gemini. Google has built a model for them. The two companies signed an agreement earlier this week, a formal evaluation agreement. This doesn't mean they have a commercial agreement. This means they've agreed for Apple to evaluate a model. They're fine-tuning it, and they're heavily considering it. They've also considered Anthropic very heavily, and they still are for different parts of Siri. The problem is that Anthropic wants north of 1.5 billion a year at a revenue number that's going to escalate annually for the next 3 years, and that is a very big dollar amount to pay for technology like this. In Apple's mind, they feel they have little leverage here, and Google is a longtime partner, and obviously that partnership's going to continue. So it all seems to fit. So we'll see what ends up happening, but I'm thinking Google as of now.